I think the books are some kind of miracle, and this one is especially a miracle because it started from a seed that Swami Radha wanted a magazine, that it was being done at the ashram, that there were people that came who were interested in writing and wanted to make it into not just a little magazine, but a real magazine. And it was that kind of commitment that we wanted from the group that were starting this magazine. They were young people. We knew they were pretty good writers and readers and editors, but we wanted the commitment. They said they would do it for 5 years. And in that 5 years, they drew in a lot of people. They started here, but then they had to move to a city. So it was like letting something happening that we didn't know. It was like taking a leap into a commitment and just waiting to see what would happen. Well, we learned a lot. They learned a lot. It became an excellent magazine with lots of people reading it, not just from the ashram, and lots of people really enjoying it as a way to connect with the real yoga. And then it just continued for 10 years. Different people coming in, different things happening. And that's where this book comes from. Every 3 months, I would write an article. And that was totally a new idea for me. Like I had written my journal, but I had not written an article that everyone was going to read. And so I had to decide what that was about. And what I wanted it, and what they encouraged, was that it become something about the ashram, and something about what was happening here that included the teachings and showed how the teachings manifested. And it was a good learning. It was a good learning how to compress, and that's what the books do. They compress the things that are so important and so interesting into something that's readable and accessible. And when this book came out, it's like there was just sort of slid into the ashram, because what was behind it was all people and work that had gone in from the 10 years of Ascent to the making of more of Swami Radha's book, to the people living here and in other places, making it come together. And so, to me, I just feel like a little part of it. And there's a whole bunch of things that were happening that I didn't need to even think about. They had manifested, they had transformed, they had come into a place of their own. And in that way, for me, it's a surprise and a miracle too. So it was like when I open the book now, I see all those old friends and the people who were supporting me, and the things that we were living through in the ashram, all put down for others to read about and learn about what an ashram is and what it means to make a commitment. And I just think it's a wonderful way to support Swami Radha's work, to tell what we actually do here, and to be part of that. And every time that we think about the stage that we're at right now, like that started as a small group. And now in the ashram, we're thinking of another small group, like the institute, like something. And even as we bring in people, young people, elderly people, middle people, any kind, we want them to have that experience of finding out who they are and the creativity that they bring to us. That's one of the essentials of this path, how you deal with your life and how you use what you have to greatest potential. So I see us going, as residents who've been here for many years, being able to step back. We don't even have to step back. We just have to be here, and then someone stepping forward. Recognizing what different things we can do now, and what they can do. And then just having that trust. The trust from the beginning of a commitment to the end of a commitment. Because you never could know. I could never know. Like, just accepting that commitment. That we would get books and people, and just all different things came out of that. So I'm expecting the next commitment to be just as good as that. So it's just really encouraging when you all come and when you read the books, and some people have just spoken about how it affects them. It's like the book has a life of its own. So have an interesting afternoon reading the books for this day.